Guess what? It's time for sports. Woo! We love sports. We love sports. EMPLemon has a new video about choking. Choking is one of my favorite things. And by that, I mean choking like in sports. Don't analyze. Stop. I love watching people fail on big, grand stages. I love watching dreams get crushed and people be destroyed. And that's why we're going to tune in and watch this lovely movie. Not a psychopath, by the way. Is this not why people watch sports? For every come-from-behind triumphant victory, there is a massive choke on the other end. Do you not understand that?
The thrill of competition comes down to two very simple things: the euphoria of victory and the agony of defeat.
That's literally what I just said. That's what I just said.
A wise man once said,
"You play to win the game."
So true. That's so true.
A quotation so blunt that many may find it humorous. History only cares about two things: how much you won and how much you lost.
You know what's the most terrible thing? I think about Olympic athletes a lot. You train for years and years, your entire life, until you're in your physical peak prime. You're in your prime of your life to compete at the Olympics, which only happens once every 4 years. You might have 1 or 2 Olympics that you could perform at peak condition. Maybe 3 if you're especially diligent and you get lucky. You might get 3 cycles. And then you get injured right before, and then you get like a silver medal, and you never get another shot. Dude.
It doesn't matter how much you tried, how far you came, or how well you treated everyone
Oakland
else.
coping heavy.
All will be forgotten if
We
you
will
fail
never
to
lose.
Win. And unfortunately for our heroes, there's just not a lot of winning to go around. But not every loser is necessarily forgettable.
That's brutal.
As it turns out, there are many ways to lose in sports.
No!
Some more spectacular than others. You can throw a game on purpose, get cheated out of a win by the refs.
I didn't even consider the fact that the refs could cheat. Oh my god, dude. Refs could just cheat, or even worse, the refs were just wrong. I never even thought about that. I just thought authority was right 100% of the time. But they could just be wrong. The referees could just be incorrect. Oh, dude.
However, if you truly want to be remembered in defeat, look no further than the most painful way to lose in all of sports: the choke.
Oh no, he'll never miss this. No way you miss this. You're only 1 point away. No!
Not all chokes are created equal. Some are much more dreadful than others.
Oh heavens, yes.
Let's start off with the least dreadful.
Uh-huh. I would love to do this for Smash, by the way, because like I've seen 1 through 7. I've commented on 1 through 7.
While the average blooper is often forgotten,
no, catch it, catch it, no!
For their sheer absurdity. Jose Canseco.
All right, I haven't seen that one. That seems more like a 3 or a 4. I don't know about that's number 1.
That was until a 1993 game.
That one's a little bit
worse. A lucky
worse.
Bounce off the cranium helped to score what may have been the only dome run in the history of the majors. In 2012, a game between the New York Jets and the New England Patriots.
Bro, 35 points in a quarter?
Produced what may
Jesus
be the most
Christ.
notorious folly in recent memory: the butt fumble.
By the way, chat started lighting up immediately with butt fumble. There it is. Wait, what
The
happened?
butt fumble. A play so humiliating
Whoa!
that the Jets franchise has still never quite recovered. It's pretty much
Wait, did he
the
just
blooper to
fall?
end all
Oh, he
bloopers,
got.
and
Oh
has
my
since though never
god.
quite
He
recovered.
3 stooged it. Oh no. Dunk. Imagine being number 65, though. That's kind of flattering, right? What a dumpy.
In what looked to be a moment of serendipity, the Dolphins had a chance to end their 17-0 season with a 17-0 victory. However, EMPLemon was about to show that the 72 Dolphins were not all perfect.
EMPLemon has it. Throws a pass up to the ball.
EMPLemon!
Despite the pitiful
That's
comedy
fine.
of errors on that play,
They just
the
lost
Dolphins
one
hung
touchdown.
on to complete
Yeah, they still
what is
win.
thus far the only undefeated season in the Super Bowl era.
Yeah,
And
it was
Barrow's
an
folly
oops.
would be forgiven and forgotten. The same can't be said about this next kind of goof.
Yup.
Premature celebration.
Want to know a real bad streak?
Yeah.
Look up Shanghai Dragon's low streak.
Ah, I've heard of this. Oh my god. Yeah, they were an Overwatch team, right? Oh wait, no, this is sports history? What? Sports history? I thought this was an Overwatch thing. It is. Oh, I see. Professional sports history. This isn't fair. Yeah. Sports. I don't know. There was a point when the whole esports discourse pushed me the other way. Everybody was trying so hard to convince me that video games are sports. I just, like, got so annoyed. I was like, okay, I get it, man. Like, you're trying to legitimize it. Just take it easy, you know?
Throughout the history of sports, there are numerous examples of players
Bro, get the
losing
ball.
for nothing else but their own hubris. As shown in the fable, racing often serves as the backdrop for many improbable defeats. Perhaps the most painful homestretch fail would happen to Olympic snowboarder Lindsay Jacobellis, who would kiss the gold medal
we've
goodbye
seen this.
after a showboating stunt sent
Yeah.
her tumbling into the snow.
Yeah.
Moments like these prove the
Again,
time-honored wisdom
this is
that
at
you
the
should
Olympics.
never
You get
celebrate
one
until
chance.
after you cross the finish line.
That's so
Or,
sad.
in the case of American
Poor
football,
Lindsay.
the end zone. It's a sport which has seen an alarming number
No!
of cases where a celebrating player has inexplicably dropped the ball at the 1-yard line. It's a mistake so punishing you'd think that any player would learn to never do it again. Well, any player besides Deshaun Jackson, who dropped the ball not once, but twice in his career.
Bro, I remember watching that play. That was hype as hell. Yeah! I did like that one. I like that one a lot.
In a Thanksgiving Day game against the Dolphins, a blocked field goal at the end of regulation left the whole Cowboys sideline celebrating.
Hooray!
Unfortunately, another inexplicable botch would render that celebration premature.
Wait a minute. Wales in the end zone.
What?
Covered it, and Miami did.
What?
Now someone touches the football here. It's Leon left. No.
Wait, what? So because the Cowboy touched it, that means it's technically a fumble. It's a live ball, and then the Dolphins pick it up. It's back in play. So how does the ball die? You just leave it? Lay on it? Okay.
Now someone touches the football.
Yoop! Okay, to be fair, that field looks slippery as hell. Why does it snow like this in Dallas or Miami?
If we want to find some truly epic chokes, we're gonna need some bigger fish to fry. It's fairly agreed upon in sports jargon that the term choke describes when a team or player has exhausted a massive advantage. In most circumstances, it refers to an advantage that has been built up over the course of a game.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. So my wife's grandfather watches horse racing with my daughter, and now she sees a horse, and now she'll go, "Come on, 6." And I think I need to teach her to stop doing that. She'll just see horses out in the wild and say, "Come on, 6." And I'm like, oh God, get it twisted. My daughter's getting twisted. My daughter's getting twisted now. I gotta stop her now.
Every few years or so, a powerhouse team would get bounced from the tournament by some school.
I love seeing a team that I
Every
know and recognize like
few
this,
years or so, a
and then
powerhouse
just
team
like
would get bounced
a random animal. It's always just like it's just an animal that I've never seen be a sports team.
from the tournament by
UMBC! That's right, my alma mater. I forgot. Are
some
they going to
school
talk
you
about
can't
it?
even find on
They
a
actually
map.
might talk about it.
But after 33 years of
Wait.
the 64-team format, a 1 seed had never been
Wait.
defeated by a 6.
Let's go! That's my team! That's my school! Go Dogs! It's even more embarrassing because UMBC is like a science school. It's like science, technology, math. It's like very much that. It's nerd stuff.
In what may very well
That's
have been the most
crazy.
shocking upset in the history of college sports.
Your mascot is dogs? No, they're retrievers.
Virginia
Which
didn't
are
just
majestic
lose,
dogs.
but got blown out by 20 points.
Go Dogs!
Every year, the Super Bowl is the most watched broadcast in
97
America,
million viewers?
but its viewership pales in comparison to the world.
3.5 billion? Soccer is that popular? That's half of the planet. Who watches soccer? I thought it was just Europe, which is like maybe our population, maybe a little bigger. Literally the whole world. I don't watch soccer, and I don't know anyone who does.
It seems simple enough. You have all the momentum in the world. You are far and away the better team. All you have to do is not lose in your home stadium, and you're the world champions. They lost, 2-1. It was reported that in the following moments, multiple fans leapt from the grandstands
Oh
to
my
their
God.
deaths. This may be hard to understand for non-sports viewers, but some people just really do care that much about the outcome of a game. A handful of athletes do manage to beat the odds and make it to the biggest stage. But rather than having their dreams come true, they all of a sudden find themselves in the midst of a living nightmare. Chris Webber had a solid NBA career, but most people only remember him for one costly mistake that he made in college.
They have no timeouts remaining.
Oh, he caused it too many timeouts. That's a technical foul.
He called a timeout. Michigan doesn't have any.
Webber got caught in a bind and attempted to reset the situation by calling timeout. The only problem was that his team was out of timeouts, resulting in a technical foul that immediately ended their chances of victory.
You can do that? Please don't laugh at me. I didn't know players could call timeouts. I thought that was a coach thing. That seems cheap. A player could just stop everything as long as they're on offense. Yeah, wait a minute. If I'm on defense, they're about to make a three. Up, stop.
In the NFL, the kicker is one of the most thankless roles that anyone can fill.
We're talking about our idiot kicker.
Do your job well and no one...
Wow. How do you become a career kicker? I mean this sincerely. I'm not doing a bit. I'm not trying to be a jerk. How do you kick good? I just feel like, if you're a kicker, how do you miss, right? Like you have one job, which is to kick the ball. I just don't understand how kickers can just miss,
For my money, the NFL's actual worst miss occurred 8 years later, in the 1998 NFC Championship game. However, when staring down the most crucial kick of his life, Anderson could not deliver. And all of a sudden, his perfect season had turned into the perfect storm. It's usually far easier to pin the whole mess on one player and one moment, no matter how unreasonable it may be. There's perhaps no bigger scapegoat than Bill Buckner.
The nightmares are that you're going to let the winning run score on a ground ball through your legs.
Jeez, look at those. Oh my God. His hair just merges into it. Oh my God. Can your hair touch your eyebrows? I didn't think that was possible. He has 3 mustaches. He has eye mustaches. Oh my God. He looks like a Muppet.
The next batter, Mookie Wilson, appeared to end the inning by hitting a ground ball directly at Bill Buckner. It's the most routine defensive play in all of baseball, but on this day, his glove is a bit loose, his ankles are a tad weak, and he's not quite the player he used to be.
Behind the man, it gets through Buckner. Here comes 9.
You would think about this the rest of your life.
The Mets win it.
Didn't he receive death threats? He plays for the Boston team. Yes, I'm sure he did.
The error had made him a national laughingstock and an absolute outcast in the city of Boston. Buckner had to endure so much hatred that he eventually had to move his family out to Idaho, where no one knew who he was.
Wait, he lived in Massachusetts? They don't normally do that, right? You don't live in the town that you're playing for. You don't have to do that. Wait, really? You moved to the place that you're playing for? I didn't know that. You think they fly to practice each day? No, some practice places are in different areas. No, I swear to God, I didn't know that was true. So if I play for the Chicago Cubs, I have to live in Chicago? All sports do this. Well, when I was young, I thought that they were only from that area. I think this is why I was confused. I thought, everybody on the Orioles was from Baltimore. That's cute, thank you. So I didn't know that they lived there now. I thought teams practiced in other areas. I don't know, the Patriots training facility is in Louisiana or something. Am I making that up? For spring training. When do you practice? You're playing games every day. Spring training, off-season, stupid. Well, if you're off-season, then you have a training facility, which is not in that area. This might be a dumb question. Whenever I see stuff like this, I think about it in context of, the game that I commentate and play, and Smash Brothers or competitive gaming. Do you think it is better or worse to do it as, an esport thing, right? To choke on the stage. Better in that you're not losing your life, right? But this guy's rich, right? Obviously, he'll be known forever, but who cares? He got to be a celebrity and be a millionaire. You don't represent a much larger entity. Yeah, but you can hide under that entity. I feel like people that have seen that, most people don't know about the Bill Buckner thing. They're just like, oh, they lost that game because of a big choke. I would say most people. Obviously, if you're a fan, you know that. Everyone in Boston knew. Well, that city sucks anyway. I hate Boston.
If you want to know the absolute nastiest chokes
I
that
do.
sports have to offer,
I do want to know
you
that.
will find them in an exclusive collection of moments that were truly one of a kind. In a 2003 game between the Saints and Jaguars, New Orleans scored one of the only multilateral touchdowns of the 21st century.
I think I remember hearing
now,
about
the
this.
uninitiated out there may think that we have finally uncovered the elusive Jacksonville Jaguars choke. But rest assured, the real choke was yet to come.
And he missed.
Oh my God.
He missed the extra point wide right.
Saints kicker John Coney missed the extra point. A kick which at the time had almost a 99% success rate.
Dude.
Believe it or not though, there are still more painful ways to lose a football game. Funnily enough, their demise would come almost entirely from the NFL's weird problem with kneeling. In the modern day game, it is customary for teams to close out their final possession in victory formation, where the quarterback simply touches his knee to the ground and runs out the rest of the clock.
Yeah.
But back in the day, many people in the league took issue to intentionally downing the ball, going so far as to call it unsportsmanlike. Because of this, the foolproof strategy was sometimes disregarded in favor of a more conventional play.
What a scrubby day. I mean, I guess I could see it from a casual perspective. Just don't lose, bro. I do remember I used to play, like I said, I used to play a lot more sports games. I remember specifically once I was playing, I think it was an NFL 2K game or something online. Somebody did the kneel thing, and I thought they found a cheat code. Like, they were winning by 1 touchdown, and they kneeled 3 times in a row, I think. Something like that. And I was like, dude, I can't get the ball! And then they won. There was like a minute left. I didn't know that was like an option you could do. I was so annoyed.
When the play call came in, the Giants players were in disbelief, with running back Larry Zonka outright refusing to take the ball.
Zonka.
But after Gibson threatened to cut Pisarcik if he disobeyed the order, the play went on as planned. And well, there's a reason why every team today just takes a knee.
Wait a minute. Here's a free foot. I don't believe it. The Eagles pick it up and Herman Edwards runs it in for a touchdown.
The Eagles scored the game-winning touchdown from a fumble that shouldn't even have been a possibility. Eagles scored.
Wait, that guy didn't even take the ball. This isn't on Pisarcik. This is on the other guy.
Giants fans were so irate that many ended up throwing the next game's
It's
tickets
on the
into
coach?
a bonfire. Bob Gibson was axed the next morning
That's
and was
crazy.
never hired to coach at any level of football ever again. Perhaps the most fitting thing of all was the player who scored that touchdown. Most of you watching may not recognize him.
I do not.
But if you've been following along, this is someone we've already met long ago.
Yo!
And his wisdom rang just as true all the way.
Yo!
What's truly demoralizing is being defeated by nothing more than the cold indifference of chance. Starting at noon with the Indy 500, whose 2011 running saw rookie J.R. Hildebrand 1 lap away from victory. In the final corner, he misjudged a pass on a lapped car and crashed, allowing second-place Dan Weldon to steal the win on the final straightaway.
That's brutal.
The sponsor of Hildebrand's car was the National Guard, who just so happened to be sponsoring Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s car in the Coke 600 that evening. The National Guard car would experience deja vu.
Junior is slow and he's out of fuel.
He's out of fuel? That can happen? So he didn't pit stop. Ah, you misjudge it. That's... Dude, I didn't even know you could do that. So you don't take a stop because you don't want to... NASCAR sounds fascinating to watch. I would never do it because it's boring as hell, but it sounds really cool as an idea. 2016,
otherwise known as the Year of the Choke. 3 months after the
Oh,
World
yeah.
Series, the Atlanta Falcons orchestrated the worst choke in Super Bowl history, blowing a
I
28-3
remember
lead
this
to the New
one.
England Patriots.
Oh
In the span of
my
just 8
God.
months.
I think I was streaming that night, and I could not believe what chat was telling me. Like, I was just randomly checking in. That was crazy. Tweak It Evo 2019 is the biggest choke ever. Dude, yeah. In Smash terms, yes, I think it is. And it feels worse to me because I know him as a person. I don't know Bill Buckner. I know Tweak. That down air should have hit. I cannot believe that down air didn't hit. Zane Summit at Yeah, Zane Summit versus Mango is pretty big too, because there's so much money on the line at the summits, you know?
There had been Red Sox fans who lived and died without ever once seeing their beloved team win it all. By this point, the outcome seemed like a foregone conclusion. It all comes down to this: the Boston Red Sox versus the rest of time.
That's one that they won, right? That's it. Yeah, okay.
You know, thus far I've only really shown chokes in a negative light, but very rarely you'll encounter those ethereal moments when a choke is actually quite beautiful, where all the broken pieces just manage to fit
For
together
every
in the
choke,
most
there's
perfect
a
way.
big victory.
It's
like
like
a W.
poetry in motion. The truth is that outside of the sports world, most of us are losers. It can seem like whatever success we do
have to say
find
that.
always manages to... It's the reason we watch and the reason we play.
Man.
If the woeful Red Sox could come back against the mighty Yankees, who knows what else is possible.
Gracious. This on EMPLemon's channel. EMPLemon is a very talented creator. He makes a lot of good stuff. He actually made a very famous H-Box video that Melee players hate. It's not EMPLemon. No, listen.
This for sure about EMPLemon.
See, that's how you say it.